Well, that was a beautiful movie. Here are my takeaways from the Joker. No spoilers. I did some crying in this movie. It was really relatable. Really relatable. Where do I start? Madness in a mad world is necessary, if for no other reason than to show people what it has done to you. And a lot of us, most of us probably, we internalize everything that happened to us, everything that happens to us. But because we have no outlet, we internalize it, we keep it there, we harbor it. It eats us from the inside out. It destroys us. It destroys us when all we ever needed was a release. We didn't sign up to come into this world. There are plenty things that have been predetermined. There's already been set in play. There's already been put in play. That only when we get old enough to realize what's going on is too late. It has already done its damage. It has already taken shape. It is already molded within us. And we mock people who find ways to express themselves, but we all wish we could. We all wish we could. Now, a lot of people will get caught up in the violence that's in the movie, and I understand that. Unfortunately, violence is something that's not going to go away so long as mental health is an issue. We don't hurt people because we want to hurt people. We hurt people because we're so hurt. Dare I say it, it's not even us. It's the hurt inside of us. There's just not enough help to say, oh, go see a psychologist. I mean, yeah, it could help, but it's we need something deeper than that. We want to feel, and we're getting further away from that. We're getting further away from feeling something so real. And something as negative as lashing out and being violent, making noise, all these things, it's so instant, but it gives you that feeling. It gives you a feeling. Because happiness is harder to come by. So you'll take whatever it is. You'll take whatever outlet you can get. I may not be happy with that reality, but it is the case. So the question is, what do we do about it? We have to stop mocking people for who they are. We have to stop bullying people, and we have to stop placing blame on others for things that they aren't even responsible for. And the ones who lash out, the ones who do wrong, the ones who seek attention through negative acts, that's what they get. They get the attention, and that's why they do it. But if we got the attention that was needed for being loving, for being innovative, for being creative, for wanting to do right by people, we could really put an end to mental health. We alienate people who do the things that we really want to do. In school, we bully these people who are nerds, but who doesn't want to be smart? Who doesn't want to be smart? Who doesn't want to express themselves? Look, I'm from the black community. I'm in the black community. All right? People around me in this community, we don't favor black men expressing themselves, talking about their feelings, talking about anxiety. I remember telling my foreman when I worked in construction, I remember telling him about my anxiety and things like that. I was opening up to him. And he told me to man up. But I've been suffering from this since I was a child. And the thoughts that crept in my mind because I felt so lonely. You don't know how many times I wanted to end it all, and I still think about it. Yes, a lot of you have gotten some value out of the things that I have said, the things that I have done for you. And I still have moments when I want to end it all. Alright, this isn't no quick sadness. It's dormant. I didn't have a healthy outlet. And no matter if I lashed out or told people exactly how I felt, there was no relief. There's still no relief. Other than what we can manifest on the inside. But the outside still matters. You know, what surrounds us still matters. The oppression still gets to us. And that's why I still feel survivor's remorse. And I don't even know why completely. Because I am still in this fight with you. I'm still in this fight with everybody suffering from mental illness. I'm still in the fight with people who are afraid to put themselves out there. This is why I do it. I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid. I do this because it's necessary. It's necessary to have an outlet and to let your craziness out in a way that won't hurt other people. But people seem to be offended by your artistic expression. From you just wanting to be happy. That's all we want. All we want is just to be happy. So what the Joker movie represents to me is a man who has been failed by society and the people who were responsible for raising him. That sounds very familiar to me, and I'm sure that sounds very familiar to a lot of you. And watching this movie, the violence aside and all that, it was a perfect release for me. Because for once, I got to look at somebody who I felt understood my pain. And I had to keep convincing myself that this is a fictional piece. This is a movie. But is it fiction? Because this is our lives, man. We often blame people for the atrocities, for the crimes that they commit. And I understand that. I do understand that. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I have a clean record. All right? I've been arrested only once when I was 13. I understand. I get it. But what we don't address is how a person even got to that point. Because again, we not out here trying to hurt people. We don't want to hurt people. It's the hurt in us. And the hurt in us goes reaching for something similar. Wants to bring other people down. So when I talk about raising our vibrations, it's not a throwaway statement. Because I know that what we feel, we go seeking more of. So if we can, by any chance, come across a bit of joy, a bit of happiness, that's what we want to attach ourselves to. Align ourselves with other people who also experience this. And if we are fortunate enough to have that high vibrational feeling of joy, happiness, whatever it is, and we're not surrounded by people who feel that way, we'll try to bring them to our level, even if it kills us, and it'll bring us down. The higher the climb, the harder to fall. And that's one thing that I realized. I've done so much work to build myself up, only to be undercut by the energies around me of people who have given up, who are oppressed, who are depressed, who aren't looking for the answer. And I fall for it. I fell for it many times. This society needs to be more protective of people who just want to do right. This society needs to be geared towards happiness and unity and feeling like you're a part of a tribe. Alright? Which you see it manifesting in the Joker movie. Again, no spoilers, but towards the end, he had a community. He was a part of something. And I'm pretty sure if he could have been a part of something positive, he would have been a part of it. So when you talk about people who are in gangs and things like that, if they could have been a part of something positive before the streets took over, before the low vibrations took over, they would have been a part of that. You have to understand. People don't just wake up and want to do bad. What's going on around them is heavily influencing them from a young age. No amount of hurt that I inflicted on others came from a conscious thought of me just wanting to do that. It never came from that. I grew up in an abusive household. My stepfather was abusive to my mom, punched her in the face. I remember seeing this when I was 4 or 5, and he didn't stop. And then my uncle. And my grandma protected him pretty much his whole life, and it's the reason why he's almost 60 years old, sleeping in the corner of the basement. She protected him. He was so abusive to my mother. And I got in fights with him so many times. So many times, and it did nothing. In fact, it only made her kick me out of all people. Because people... That's a different conversation. I'm actually going to touch on that. About people protecting their demons. Protecting other people's demons. We hold on to whatever gives us some feeling. And that's my takeaway from the movie. It's a great movie. It's worth watching. If you ever felt beaten down, if you ever felt bullied, if you ever felt like nobody understands, for some strange reason, this movie will give you some relief. No, I don't really believe that this movie is going to influence you all, a lot of people to do wrong. There may be some people. Some people just won't get the underlying message. Some people won't get relief. Some people will see what happened in that movie, and it may influence them to do wrong by others. Even still, it wasn't the movie that did it. It was something that was very much underlining. And we have a serious problem with mental illness, man. Even more so as we start to feel less and less connected. With these devices that we have that's supposed to bring us together, it's pushing us away. It is pushing us away. Any given moment that you can find to be positive, to put some great into this world, to build yourself a community, be a part of a community, something positive, lock arms with people even when there's nothing for you to gain. Just do it. This is the answer. And sometimes it takes negative things and negative portrayal to bring out the positive. But that's the case, man. And I got a lot of positive out of it. I felt a lot of relief. And now all I want to do after watching this movie is do right by people. It's to do right by people and to express myself the best way I know how, even if people mock me. Because it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. And I'm going to keep leading with my heart. I advise you all to do it. Alright? Go out swinging. Do not let this world take away from the beauty that you have to offer, the beauty that is you. Do not let the society encourage you to stop trying. Because you have so much to offer. So much. It's a great movie, man. 10 out of 10. Take care.